Let me know if you can hear me now. I switched mics. This mic should be off now. Yes! Okay, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate your help. You're the only one willing to help me. All right, let me turn off this other mic. Okay, turn it off. I don't know what was wrong with it. Maybe it's not just charged enough. Okay, so I'm going to repeat everything I said in the beginning. How y'all doing? That was the first thing I said. How y'all doing? And I was stating, see, it's just flashing. That's my other mic. So I was just saying that with all the different activity that's going on from our government, you know, with the ICE raids, I know a lot of you are in the Portland area. I know a lot of you in Chicago, Memphis, and I was just concerned about y'all well-being. How is it affecting y'all? In addition to, a lot of you guys are federal employees as well. And if the shutdown is affecting you, I just really doing a mental checking in to see how you guys are doing. I'm losing my shit. I'm telling you, my job is not, nobody was furloughed or laid off at my job. We are considered essential employees and we are not funded by Congress. So our paycheck and my job is not affected. I only work 1 hour a day though. So now I have to depend on the Department of Labor to pay the rest of my income. The Department of Labor, as of right now, is still being funded. They are still operating. They are operating. Some people did get laid off, but as of right now, my paycheck's still coming through, so I'm not affected in that way. My veterans disability check is not affected either. So personally, I'm doing okay on the financial end. On the mental end, because I have this fighter mentality, I feel like I always need to fight to defend myself and others I love, that I'm like on the brink of snapping half the time, snapping on people, snapping on everything. I did some tarot videos earlier today and got into 2 road rage situations where I had to cut my damn camera off. I ended up chasing the fucking man today. Because, yeah, okay. And then once I get to that point, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? This is Florida. They carry guns and I don't. So, you know, I had to think about that shit. So mentally, I'm not doing as good. And then, like I say, I am concerned about these different cities. I have family and friends in Chicago. I have family and friends in Memphis. And, you know, I've got some YouTube friends in the Portland area that I gotta turn my fan on, that I am deeply concerned with. That I am concerned with. So just checking on y'all mental state. Last PNTV, I had brought up Portland as one of the areas that had been targeted by the president, and I couldn't understand why. And I started doing some research to figure out what was going on. There's this YouTuber. It's always a fucking YouTuber who's considered to be an influencer. There's a YouTuber named Andy NGO. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a Vietnamese name. Nyong'o. Because I know Nugent is NG. So it might be Ngo. No-Go. That's this motherfucker's name. Andy No-Go was a YouTuber. Right-winger MAGA nut. Yes, he's Asian. And he went to school in Portland University. Okay, back in June, some local people decided to get together and protest ICE. They did so by setting up tents outside of the ICE facility in Portland. Small thing. They wasn't like really engaging other than cussing out ICE people as they come out the building and saying how wrong they were, and they were supporting fascists and shit like that, which is not illegal. So that's pretty much what it was. Most of the time they're sitting there chanting, doing songs, just being in community with one another. But because they have given Andy a platform on the Fox News entertainment channel, he brought the spotlight to Portland. So he would go on to Fox News and talk about how savage these people were being, how against democracy, against the president, this, that, and other. He would go in there and talk about all that spiel. And it drew attention to the protest, or the protesters that were set up in tents outside of the ICE facilities. Okay, because of that, more people wanted to go down and support the protesters. So the protests grew larger in size. And as it grew larger in size, Andy's voice against them grew larger on the Fox network. Okay, this drew attention to Dumb Donald. Y'all know he liked to listen to Fox News, and he get his news from there before he get news from what's really going on in the streets. As a president, you would think he would know more, or have somebody vetted the information better, but he don't care. He don't care. So he listened to Andy. He decided that Portland is war torn. The streets are being ravaged by these thugs and shit like that. So that's why he decided to infiltrate Portland. We understood Chicago because it's ran by a black mayor. Shout out to Brendan Johnson. Like I say, he's my mayor, even though I don't live in the city. He never had. He decided to go against DC, black mayor. He decided to go against Memphis, black people. It's just like a conglomerate of black people, you know. At first I was thinking Portland because, you know, the indigenous community there, but yeah, it was all because of Andy's fucking spotlight. So, one of the things that I think I said 2 PNTVs ago is that the Dumb Don had decided to not infiltrate Chicago. And then it turns out that there was secret night raids happening. They were happening with these Chicago apartment complexes, and people are being ripped off the streets in homeless encampments. I told y'all before in Project 2025 that he had mentioned that he was going to make homelessness a criminal activity. He was going to place these people in homeless cities. So he was going to take over abandoned cities, abandoned towns, old military bases, things like that, and make them homeless camps where the criminal homeless people were going to be put in concentration camps, so to speak. And that seems to be something that he's doing as well. So he decided, I'm getting a lot of stories mixed up. I'm not sure if people are just saying the wrong information or if these are multiple buildings. If y'all know, let me know. So in Chicago, I heard that there was at 10 o'clock at night, there was a building that was raided. They were taking Venezuelan people, and they were taking black Americans or black people. Because you can't tell who's what, you know, just by their skin color. But he was taking black people as well. With that raid, they were pulling women out of their homes. Some of them not even dressed. They were zip tying children, sitting them on the curbside, throwing them to the ground, things of that nature. Of the 37 black people that were supposed to have been detained, they only kept the ones who had warrants. That was the first story I had heard. Okay, so then I heard there was another raid, or maybe this is the same one because I'm not clear, where 300 ICE agents were paled down from black helicopters onto another Chicago complex, again targeting black people. I'm not sure exactly what's going on in Memphis. Let me see if I can find any information. So my question is, what are they doing? You know, what are the local officials doing in to prevent these raids from happening, to get justice for these people, to get these people back, you know, who have been snatched off the streets or snatched off their homes? I really don't fucking know. I know in Portland, they did file a lawsuit against the National Guard being deployed into Portland, and the federal judge has signed off on that, saying that the National Guard cannot be deployed. In Chicago, I hear the mayor and I hear the governor talking about we're going to protect our citizens, but unfortunately haven't been able to stop these raids from happening. And the time of night that they're doing them, they know people are going to be in their beds, and they know people are not going to be on alert, which is like one of the things that I keep saying. I don't want anyone to be scared, and I know this may be a scary time, for people. This unprecedented moment, but I'd rather you be cautious, be alert, and be on guard than be scared. Because scared people do things, which is what they want you to do, out of fear, and a lot of times that is cowering to what's going on. I personally, which is probably one of the reasons I'm having this mental turmoil, don't know exactly what the fuck I would do if that happened in my neighborhood, my home. It may be the last time y'all motherfuckers see me if that shit happens, and not because they're gonna keep me. It's because I feel like, just knowing the type of person I am, I'm gonna retaliate. And that may not be the best thing for my life. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the how it's in me. The fight mentality is in me, which, like I say, may not be the best thing as far as me living. But I can't see, when I watch some of these videos and I see maybe 10 or 15 ICE agents attacking one person, and there's 100 of us out there on the streets. How are we letting it happen? Like you'll see him stay back, with the one hand, until the 11 more motherfuckers rush up and all jump on that one person, and then everybody else is just standing around with their cameras like, oh my God, why are they doing this? I hope they sue. These motherfuckers may not live. They may not ever come up again. Like when they closed down Alcatraz, they were supposed to be moving these people to other jail facilities and be housed in these other jail facilities. 1,100 people are not accounted for. They just magically fucking disappeared. They was being held at Alcatraz. Nobody knows where they're at. Their families no longer have contact with them. The government claims that they never had them in the first place. 1,100 people. And nobody's fucking talking about that shit. Hold on for a second. What's wrong? Vito! My daughter's not home. And I think my dog just realized that she been gone. And now he's at her door whimpering. And why? I'm right here. Little animal. You are not alone. Come in here and sit down. Sit. Sit down. Right there. Go ahead, sit down. You can see me. I'm here. She'll be home soon. Good googly googly. Okay. So, if anybody got any questions about anything that they want to find out about, this is the time. We just gonna research them right now. I don't have anything preset for this live. This was random as hell. I really am only on the camera live just because it's Blocktober and I'm supposed to be putting up content at least once a day. So I figured I'd come on live and talk about some shit. So, Ron DeSantis in my state, who I call, ruin to Satan. Him and his wife just had the grand jury convene on their behalf. And it looks like they may be being charged with some crap. Let me see what I can find out. So the Tallahassee grand jury are preparing to convene a grand... Okay, so the prosecutors in Tallahassee are preparing to convene a grand jury in connection with the Hope Florida Foundation controversy. The foundation funds Hope Florida, conservative alternative to traditional welfare. The fuck is that? I ain't never heard that shit before. Okay. So some organization that DeSantis and his wife started, and what is this? They steered settlement money that they have gotten in a total of $10 million from a Medicaid contractor into their own personal program. Okay, so his wife is currently running for governor. This is DeSantis last year as governor. He can't run again. His wife is currently running. So I hope this case has some footing. And I don't know why people will vote for her crooked ass. So there was supposed to be a $67 million settlement with the state concerning overpayments, and $10 million of that money was ciphered into Ron DeSantis and his wife's fake Medicaid program that ain't nobody heard of in the state of Florida. So that's what the grand jury is going to be dealing with as far as they're concerned. Let's see, I'm trying to get like all the topics that I've been posting about on the board. I think I talked about yesterday the Governor Pritzker of Chicago. He calls on the 25th Amendment for Donald Trump to be removed. I did not see any other thing about that as far as like who was joining in. Governor Pritzker. Removal of Trump. How do you spell removal? That is not how you spell removal. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody else but him. Yeah, that's the only person. He said he's believing Trump suffers from dementia. The motherfucker just suffers from hatred. That's all he's suffering from. Pritzker Monday. So yeah, as far as I know, Pritzker is the only person that is implementing or pushing forward this agenda to have him removed from office. And that's one of the problems I have with the Democrats. Why isn't it more people? Why is it more people speaking on it? Why is Governor Pritzker the only one making noise in regards to this? The motherfucker should have been held for treason on January 7th. Was January 6th happening and they realized how involved he was, he should have been held for treason. Okay? That's my opinion. Okay? And there's only one consequence or conclusion to once you have been determined to have treason, and I'm gonna let it sit right there. So I want my channel to get shut down. If my channel happens to get shut down for whatever reason, y'all better find me over on Discord. That's gonna be the only place I could be, because I know if I get shut down here, I'm gonna get shut down over on Instagram too. I've already been kicked off of Facebook, so you find me on Discord if I get shut down over here. Let's see here. Y'all are so quiet, which that like I feel like I'm talking to myself. So a few weeks ago, there was a statue erected up in at the National Hall, which is directly in front of the Capitol, and it was a statue of the Dumb Don and Epstein holding hands, had their feet kicked up like they was frolicking and everything, and the statue said it is honoring their friendship, the long-lasting friendship and bond that these two had, right? So by nightfall, the park administration had went out there and started to remove the statue, and they took it down. I don't know what they did with it, but they took it down. Well, since the government shut down on day 3, which would have been yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Somebody put another damn statue up, child. I don't even know how they had the time to do it. They erected another statue of Trump and Epstein holding hands, frolicking, honoring their bond and their friendship, and they quoted things from the birthday book and put it on a placard on the statue. Now, because of the government shutdown, the park administration has lost about 75% of the staffing. Like 75% of the staff were being laid off. So what that means is that it's going to take some time before they get somebody out there to remove that statue, unless he orders the National Guard to do it. You know, they already out there picking up trash, so he might have to knock the statue down again. But whoever is creating this statue and erecting it in the middle of the night when nobody else knows, bravo and kudos to you. You are my kind of petty. You are my kind of petty. Let's see. I put that up already before. So also 2 days ago, on the Dumb Don's Truth Social, he actually posted that a statement to confirm what we already knew. He is indeed connected to Project 2025. So, this is what he wrote. I have a meeting today with Russ Vought, he of Project 2025 fame, to determine which of the many Democrat agencies most of which are a political scam. What Democratic agencies? He recommends the cut, and whether or not those cuts will be temporary or permanent. First of all, why are you consulting anybody that's not part of the government? But let's keep going. I can't believe the radical left Democrats gave me this unprecedented opportunity. They are not stupid people, so maybe this is their way of wanting to quietly and quickly make America great again. President DJT. I don't know who's running his social media. Usually when he posts, it's a lot of words like this too, but there's a lot of misspelled words. There's a lot of bigly and greatly and how propping himself up, which none of this has happened right here. So I wonder who actually runs his account, who actually makes these posts for him. Like, so you can tell which ones are his and which ones not. I don't believe this one is him. This may be what he wanted to say, but this sounds like some 19, 20-year-old kid posted this up. I believe there's truth to it, though. But there's truth to it. It's everything that he's always wanted, everything we've always said that he had planned on doing. There was nothing posted on IG or Twitter. He has those accounts again. There's nothing I saw show up on YouTube. Just on that Truth Social, which I am actually not a part of. His Truth Social that I have access to is through access of other people that's on it. So, if that's even a real post. But a lot of different organizations and news stations confirmed that was a post that he made. So, I'm trying to go through my page as far as the shutdown goes. We know that Mike Johnson, he canceled the vote for the budget. He locked the doors, and the Republicans refused to show up to vote to avoid a shutdown. I don't know how refusing to show up to vote was going to avoid the shutdown. That caused the shutdown. But of course, they blamed it on Democrats. So, like, if you literally go to the White House website right now, they are making it seem like everything is the Democrats' fault. Welcome to the golden age. What the fuck is that? Oh, he got some newsletter talking about welcome to the golden age. Get this shit out here. How do I get to the back to the page? Hang on. Try to refresh that real quick before I pop back up. At the top thing, it says Democrats have shut down the government. This is on the White House website, y'all. He's such a dick. He's such a dick. Where else? He had it all over. If you call the phone number to leave comments at the White House, the White House has a comment line. If you call that phone number, there's like a 3-minute message from this thing. Her. It's like a 3-minute message from her talking about how the radical Democrats have shut down the government. I think she says radical Democrats at least 7 times in that message for anybody who calls, because they're trying to sow the seed of discord with people, and there's stupid ass people that fall for it. And you're like, why would you call them stupid ass? Because if they believe it, that's what the fuck they are. Stupid ass people. If they not believing it, they are choosing to here we go. All 50 states will see devastating economic hit in the Democrat shutdown. Democrat shutdown hurts families, veterans, workers across the company. Economic consequences of a government shutdown. So like they're blaming it all on the Democrats. Democrats shut down government over free health care for illegals. I talked about that in the PNTV before. Y'all go back and watch that so y'all can know my feelings or thoughts on that. Democrats betray Americans with the government shutdown. What is... Hold on for a second. Vito! Get the fuck away from my door. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. She ain't in there. Sit it the hell down. Or go to your cage. Fine, go to your cage. No animals are harmed in the making of this video. But they do get cussed the fuck out. He a black dog. He understand. For the past week, that's all they've been putting on the White House website is how the radical Democrats, the radical left, the radical this, the radical that. And this dog ain't listening to me. He really... A message meant to reach you today. Who the fuck is she? Okay. So, Sean, Puff Daddy, Brother Love, Diddy Combs, whatever other names he has. He finally was sentenced. And he was sentenced for a maximum of 50 months. Plus, he's required to pay a $500,000 fine. Let me see who. I don't know who he's supposed to pay that to. He wrote a long 4-page letter apologizing for his disgusting, shameful, and sick behavior that was given to the judge. That his lawyers only wanted him to do a total of 24 months. He's already been in jail 14 months, right? So that would have gave him 10 more months that he would have been out on the street. The judge said, no, hell no to that. So he agreed to give him up to 87 months. But for some reason, only gave him 50 months. 14 of which have already been served. So he has to do 4 years in prison. Let me see who this fine is to. Diddy. $500,000 fine. Who is it paid to? He's been sentenced to 50 months in prison and must pay a $500,000 fine. The fine was imposed for his conviction on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. The judge described the situation as a savage abuse of power against his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Where does the money go? That's what I want to know. He issued an ominous judgment, not assured that if released, these crimes will not be committed again. What the fuck does that mean? Let me look that up. Ominous judgment. What the hell is ominous judgment? I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know what an ominous judgment means. And every time I look it up, the definition they given is the same fucking word. You don't define the word with the word. The fuck does it mean? Search the word. Oh, okay. So ominous judgment. Forgive my little tantrum. The ominous judgment basically means that the judge believes that he will do it again. So if he is to do it again, the judge is saying, we will prosecute his ass one more time. That's what they saying. Okay, now I get it. Because I was like, what the fuck does that mean? He has no faith that if he is released, that he won't do these same crimes again. So the survivors and their attorneys are expected to monitor whether Combs attempts to profit from his criminal notoriety under New York law. I'm quite sure he is. There's probably a book deal coming out. He'd probably make a movie or something like that. The prosecutors were trying to get 11 years. How they landed 50 months from 11 fucking years? But it was for Cassie and then the other victim who testified under the pseudonym Jane, which I believe was 50 Cent's baby mama, from what I remember doing the case. So they were both being prostituted by Sean Combs' according to the conclusion of the case. Okay. Alrighty. So, hey, Dolinda, what's going on, girl? I'm just trying to just briefly go over all the headlines that I posted on my page. I'm out of politics. I'm out of stuff to talk about as far as politics is concerned. Unless I'm tripping, ain't nobody saying nothing in the chat that they wanted me to discuss. So I'm not missing anything. So let me just get on to some bullshit then. Real Housewives of Potomac, they about to come back on the air. Matter of fact, today's Saturday, they will be back on the air tomorrow. I have no idea who some of these housewives are, but football head, I can't remember her real name. That's how long it's been since I watched the show. She's still on the show. She's a lot more blonder, and I think she's trying to fill in for where Robin used to be, because Robin is not on the show no more. I don't even know when she left. Giselle, she's still there. Wendy, she's still there. All the other women, I don't know who the fuck they are. I did notice that in one of the trailers that Monique Samuels will be making an appearance on this season. I don't know how regular she'll be. I don't know if she would just be like, what's the one chick? I can't even think of her name no more. The other chick that was Karen's friend, that used to come on, make an appearance all the time and just start shit. I wonder if Monique is going to be like that now. Monique is no longer married to Chris, if y'all didn't know. They got divorced in September of 2023. And, I feel kind of fucked up about that. Like, these TV shows be fucking up marriages, child. They seem to be such a happy couple, other than the fact that his mama called her a hoe all the doggone time. But they seem to be like a happy couple. Then they went over to Love and Marriage. Was it another show they went on to after Love and Marriage DC? I don't know, child, but yeah, they marriages fell the fuck apart. So September they got divorced. So I think she's gonna come on as a friend. I don't know whose friend. Maybe football head. What the fuck is her name? Is it Ashley? I think that's Ashley's name, because Ashley divorced now too, right? Karen, she went to jail for a DUI. They've let her out. She got released this month or last month, and she got released 6 months early. So people were assuming that she got released so she could film the show. As far as we know, Karen is not going to be back on the show. Her and Ray still legally married, technically married, but she's not technically on this season unless she's going to appear as a housewife too, or as a friend of the show too, which I doubt. Let's see here. I think that's all the real news I have. I think that's it. Anything that I'm missing that y'all wanted to discuss, y'all want me to bring up, y'all want me to talk about? I am still reading 107 Days. I'm going to post another video up tomorrow. I'm just going to read through some chapters, and then wherever I stop is where I stop. We last stopped on chapter 3. And I'll be posting those videos up, so you'll get that tomorrow. I was supposed to be talking about chapter 9 in her first book, or her third book. Chapter 9 in her second book. I was supposed to be talking about that. So I'll do a video on that probably Wednesday on that one. And then I'm going to keep going until I get through this whole book. It goes all the way down to January 6th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it goes all the way to January 6th. So it's really not 107 days into the campaign if it's going all the way to the January 6th. So we'll see. So far it's been an interesting read. Oh, there's more pictures. There's more pictures inside the book, too. I never noticed that at first. Why she put the picture of Mike Johnson, old crooked ass? Oh, it's a lot of photos inside. So yeah, you can have some historical photos. So it's not as many pages as I thought then. Shit. Okay. That's a good, at least 10 pages gone. So that's making 290 pages for me to read. Instead of 300. So I'm continuing on with that. I'll keep putting up videos in regards to the book itself. I'm not reading word for word. I'm summarizing what I read and what I thought about it. And then I may read some excerpts from it. I don't have really much to say about other TV shows that's supposed to be coming out. I've been back and forth whether or not I was going to do The Handmaid's Tale, the Testaments, the new series. The Handmaid's Tale final season pissed me off so much. I was like, fuck that show. I'm not coming back because they playing in my motherfucking face. They trying to get me to side with my oppressor, and I can't do that. And then I said I was gonna do it, and then the boycott of Hulu happened, and I was like, see, this is a sign I shouldn't be doing it. So I'm back to saying I'm not gonna be reviewing the Testament. I don't know, child. I don't even know what the status of this channel was gonna be anymore because there's no TV shows that I'm really watching. I think Power is supposed to come back. When is Power supposed to come back? Let me see. Raising Canaan. This is the last season for Raising Canaan. Yeah, season 5 is going to be the final season. Let's see when it's supposed to come back. I thought it was coming back soon. Nothing yet. 2026 is when Raising Canaan is going to come back. So like again, I don't have shit to really do for this particular fall season other than putting up my PNTVs and my traveling talk. So I thought about doing a mini segment. I don't know how long it'll last on notable figures in our families. So it's only 4 of us in the chat right now, but anybody watching this video, I'm probably gonna put it in the comment section just so people can see it as well. If you have a family member that you are aware of, but you may not necessarily know the full history of, that did something notable, and you want me to do a video on them, let me know. See what research I can find, see what I can uncover. I'm learning doing my family tree a lot of history of people as far as their impact on the city that they were involved in or the impact in politics. I have a cousin named Benny Jackson who was a Hall of Fame blues man. I found some of his tracks around YouTube that I could implement into the video. I was going to tell y'all about that. My stepfather, I think I mentioned this before to y'all once. My stepfather, there was a point in time in Diana Ross's career that her mansion got broken into, and they stole like every wig she owned and some other memorabilia. Well, apparently that was my stepfather that did that job. So things like that I'm finding out about once I read my ancestry. I have a lot of activists in my family. Ivory Perry, if you're familiar with St. Louis, he led a lot of protests. He fought against like the lead in homes. I have another family member that a friend who scaled up the St. Louis Arch in protest of black jobs. I have another cousin that I found out was the last man who was killed in the gas chamber in the state of Missouri. I just found out another uncle of mine. He's a great uncle that he was another protester that was deemed to be communist by the FBI, and all his protests in St. Louis City about trying to get black people wages or black people jobs and fight against the Chrysler plant and stuff like that. So I was gonna start doing a small series, just giving y'all little stories about what I know about notable people that I know, family, friends, or whatever. And then I was just going to include some individual videos about specific topics, because even though this man is not part of my family and he's not even black, I had mentioned before that Eric Slingor, the one who is running for the Republican mayor, had faked a kidnapping, and then after it determined that he had faked it, 5 days later, he actually got kidnapped for real. I was going to do a video on that, and I was like, you know what? I think that's what gave me the idea to do notable moments of people I know, but I was going to still do that separate video based on him because I found that story so freaking interesting. But if you yourself know some people or know some names of people that you know or that are connected to your family or connect to a friend of yours or what have you, let me know, and I'll try to do some research on them and maybe do a small little video on them, and maybe that's how I keep the channel going. Just some notable facts. I don't even know what the heck to call it, you know. I was going to call it Black Facts, but then I realized I do got some members here on the channel who ain't necessarily black, so you know, I would like to include them as well. So I don't know. Let's see what else. Got another uncle who played for Shaka Khan. My grandmother used to open up for Ike Turner and Ike Cats. I've been finding a lot just researching my ancestry, and because they are like so determined to erase Black history, I think it's important for me or for us to make sure that those stories are carried over to our friends and our loved ones, and somebody is still telling those stories. You know, just like in the movie Coco, you want people to keep talking about you, and they're gonna start forgetting you, and you don't want that. You don't want your memory to fade because people stop talking about you. So we're gonna talk about them and put it in a video and stuff. So like, if you know anybody like that, shit, if it's you, if you did something fucking notable and you want me to talk about it, and you know, and I can find out information. I'm not going to be doing like interviews, I don't think. But yeah, just some interesting facts that we could jot down. Because I'm quite sure, like say, when it comes to if my daughter had to speak on it, and it comes to like different protests, I would be one of the names that she would bring up when it came to different protests in St. Louis City. And thus far, you know, military stories as well, you know, the protests that we led while I was in the Marine Corps. So, you know, you may hear some more of them stories too. I hate to be humble bragging on myself, but you know, popping the collar that I do have. Anywho, child. For those of you here, thank you for the likes. Thank you for watching. Like I said, this has just been a random ass video, random conversation. But if you want to, okay, I missed something here. Donlinda said I posted some DIYs and decorating my house videos over reality TV shows. On your channel you did? I didn't get the notification. What the hell, I didn't get the notification? Okay, because I mean, I love DIY videos, child. I actually had planned on doing a DIY channel. I have about 20 videos. And I should just go ahead and make the channel up and just put the name up so it won't be taken. But my DIY channel is truly for beginners, because I'm trying shit and I don't think I got one thing to work yet. But all the time, well, that's not true, because most of the videos I did on repairing my car, you know, I got some successful videos on those. Even though the car is still currently broke down in the garage right now. It's because I can't get underneath it. But yeah, I love DIY videos. So I'm going to switch over to your channel and check out some of those. I love vlogs. You know, I like just watching. I like reaction video. I've been trying to do reaction videos, y'all, and it's been so hard. Only because I don't really talk when I watch TV. I be trying to like listen intently. Every once in a while you may have an outburst. Like when I'm on the Discord channel, like I'll be typing in the comment section, and I type in the comment section to stay engaging. I don't want it to be boring and shit. You know, I try to stay engaging, but like sometimes you miss stuff when you do that. But I love reaction videos. I just know that I'm not good at editing them. I'm not good at actually having a conversation throughout the film. I would probably have to do like reactions to videos that I've already seen, which you haven't have them damn reactors be like, I've never seen this before. You a fucking lie. You know you've seen it before. You be talking about shit in the video that ain't even happened yet. And you want people to think that you just so wise, like you knew that was fucking gonna happen. No, you've seen this shit before. I'm not gonna lie to y'all and tell you I ain't seen it before. I watch a lot of damn movies and TV. I I just watched School Days on Discord. I watched this movie called The Wrong Paris on Netflix. So fucking funny. What else did I just watch on Discord? I watched something else on Discord. Hold on, let me pull up my Discord channel. I'm gonna send an invite right now to the channel for people if you want to join the channel. Invite. How do I get the invite? There we go. Is that the invite? Invite people. Boom. Copy this link. So, this link is good for 7 days. If you want to join my Discord channel, bam. You can join my Discord channel. I talked about it before. Discord is free. You can download the app in order to access it, or you can just go through the website. You have to create an account. You create an account by either your email or by your phone number, but everything is free. You do not have to have a separate platform in order to watch with me. Like if you see a lot of people with Patreon accounts, they tell you got to have your own platform, you got to have your own version of the movie. You don't have to do that with me. If I have the platform and I'm watching it on Discord, you can see everything that I'm seeing. And then we have a live chat where you can type into the chat while the movie is playing. Or, depending on who you are, most of my members have access to actually speak. So you can turn your mic on and have a conversation. We can have a conversation afterwards. What else can we do on there? If you're a member, I gave the members, and when I say members, members of this channel. We have subscribers and we have members. Members are people who pay to watch this channel. They help support the channel by paying. The members have access on Discord that if they want to say, hey, let's do a movie night, they could actually post a video themselves and we can all come in and watch it. We can schedule events. So members have that permission to schedule events, to actually show videos as well, and to something I'm forgetting. Show videos, schedule events, and the video chat the members are able to do. And again, if for some reason my YouTube channel gets shut down, I can do live videos over on Discord. Okay. I think I got about 25 people over there right now, but people, y'all don't really engage. That's some weird shit to me. I'm like, if you're not gonna engage, what's the point of signing up? I don't give a fuck about numbers. I like engagement. I like people to actually, interact. Oh, happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month. If you have Cha-Cha Divas, go get them checked out. I will give y'all a demonstration on how to do a breast exam. They used to tell you that. They used to sit there, but I'm not going to do that today. But go get your Cha-Chas checked out. If you are not due to get them checked out right now, make the appointment. Mine is every year on my birthday. I used to do it every Christmas. Now I do it every year on my birthday, so I keep remembering around my birthday. So make sure you go get checked out. The numbers are staggering for Black women in breast cancer, more than they ever have been. Black women, breast cancer, over past 10 years. Numbers. Decrease or increase? Gotta be specific when you searching stuff. Breast cancer in younger women has plummeted over the last decade. That's a positive thing. But highlights rising rates in women around the age of 50. And that's probably why it's been so more noticeable for me, because I realize a lot of my friends now are getting breast cancer. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And we're all, in our late 40s, early 50s, and I'm like, what's going on? Okay. So go get your boobies checked out. Go get your boobies checked out. And men, if you're watching this video, you can get breast cancer too. So check with an oncologist, you know what I'm saying, and see what you can do to prevent or treat any symptoms of breast cancer that men can get as well. I believe that's all I got. Oh, it's Black History Month in the UK. So, you know, I'm not sure exactly what they teach as far as Black history is concerned. I know that they don't teach from what a lot of videos that I've been seeing around the tube, that the history of Black Americans is really not taught much. We learn a lot about, you know, history in the Queen's England and shit like that, but they don't get a lot of us. I think that's it, y'all. I'm trying to run this video to 1 hour, and it's going to be 1 hour and 5 seconds. So thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. See you in the next video. Peace.